Dancing into the Great Unknown. June 30, 2013. We are the angelic legions of the Divine Mother. We come to you today with more words of encouragement. Feel them in your heart as you read, for with your heart you understand the language of the soul, the language of light that has no words. Dear ones, you are now well into your period of transition, moving from one cycle to another. We realize that it is not easy to observe what has been the apparent foundations of your world literally and figuratively come apart at the seams. Yet, this is the cycle of nature, of the world of matter. What grows to maturity eventually comes into a period of decay, until its components can be recycled in new forms. What you are seeing all around the world is a startling degree of decay and exposure of the old systems. They no longer function and haven't served the needs of the people for a long time. It is time for these old systems of domination and control to break down, and so they are, by the will of the people and by the will of your Creator. The rigidity of the structures of extreme duality and control are giving way to a new flow, as the energies of the Divine Feminine permeate the world. For a time there will be chaos as the feminine energy flows through and around the borders of the old rigid masculine structures, breaking them down like water wearing away at a stone wall. Balance will be restored, but for a time outer events will appear out of control. It is for this reason the beings of light and love have advised those who would listen to seek the calm that reigns within the sacred heart, within their own center. Through this connection with your multidimensionality, the gifts and graces, knowledge and wisdom that you need now will come, when you need it. Learn to trust your intuition and inner guidance. Learn to listen and feel the silent language of the soul. You need to spend time with yourself, in peace and quiet to hear, but even amidst the tempest that surrounds you, you can find serenity by tuning into the inner smile and feeling the love emanating from your I Am presence, always. We come to remind you, also, dear ones, that the gifts and graces that you have garnered through your many, in some cases, simultaneous lifetimes on this planet, will begin to be made available for you. You have been planning for this one lifetime for this very occurrence. Now, the greater you will be able to be put into use, to bring positive change to your new world, to discover new ways of being, to create a world that you wish to joyfully surrender someday to your children and grandchildren. Gone is the time of fear, deceit and lying for personal gain. That time is done. Those who seek to perpetrate that kind of action will find it decreasingly difficult, not so much due to outer pressures to conform, but from an inner awareness that they now have a choice, to follow their heart or their ego. You all have freedom of choice now, to integrate every part of yourself, both the dark and the light, and to find strength and beauty in both. Without the darkness you would not have been able to distinguish the light. Without selfishness, you could not learn to love yourself. Without hatred and fear, you could not understand the power of love. You, dear ones, have taken the creation of the divine deep into the world of form, deep into matter. Now, it is time to begin the journey of returning to Source, back into the neutrality and balance of the higher dimensions where the will of the Creator is the way of all existence. You have played on the edge and have extended the knowledge of Creator of itself and have done it skillfully and well. Now, you are beginning to rediscover pathways within yourself leading to you to discover new ideas, new feelings, or an intensification of knowing. You are beginning to accept your own power and grace, your strengths and apparent weaknesses that actually serve to point out your true wisdom and knowledge to yourself. Such is the paradox of living in many worlds at once. You are more than you seem and can now dive into the depths and heights of self-discovery, as your bloom unfolds into its true beauty. You are a pearl of great price. You are a rose of stunning beauty. You are yourself, now being anchored into your physical body, in the process of bringing heaven to earth. In acting as an anchor point for the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension, you are part of the grid of Christ consciousness that has been activated around this planet. All that is not compatible with the rising frequencies is now being uncovered and revealed for all to see, on both a collective and individual level. The fears and guilt-ridden consciousness of the past, driven by the judgment of those who would dominate you for their own benefit, has been disempowered, As all of you, the collective of humanity undergoes a process of taking back power, both on an individual level and as a collective. Humanity is one being. The world in which you find yourself is your creation. You are the only one living it, but you see parts of yourself mirrored by other individuals, both alike and different from your understanding of self. As your knowledge of self increases, so does your ability to expand your sense of self. You become inclusive rather than exclusive or reclusive. You see your soul mirrored in the eyes of a child, in the smile of a stranger. You delight in the music and poetry of a culture very different than the one in which you grew up. You suddenly can accept the differences in others and embrace your own strengths and weaknesses, which are just strengths waiting to be discovered. You can embrace all of yourself, all of what surrounds you in the world. Suddenly there is more beauty to be seen, feelings are more profound, and some of you are actually acknowledging that you have feelings for the first time in your physical life. You are a sensitive being. Some of the light workers, who came to Earth to jumpstart the new world, are more aware of their feelings, and for them living in the heavy energies of the third dimension has been challenging. However, all who now live upon the face of this planet have chosen themselves and have been chosen to play this game, to bring an entire planet into the ascension process, with all life upon her. Before, the transition period between cycles was marked with planetary cataclysm, destroying the majority of life upon the surface and leaving behind only a few selected seeds to bring in the new age. This time it is very different. The entire collective of humanity is ascending. Some individuals, in their present physical form and belief sets, will be unable to remain here, but they will return in their own good time, complete with a new openness and new body in which to enjoy the new vibrations and choices that will exist on the planet as the golden age comes into manifestation. Many challenges remain ahead of you all, but you have been prepared well for these times. Reach within, and the answers to any opportunities that present will come to you. No longer are these challenges to be deemed as problems. You have the needed creativity and wisdom to solve whatever is placed before you. For those of you who are acting as wayshowers for the general population who is as yet waking from their stupor, we encourage you to stand strong in your light and send forth your love, the love that emanates from your I Am presence through your own heart flame. Send forth that love into the world. Nothing can withstand the power of unconditional love. All that is brittle and harsh will be soothed and made new. Hatreds, misunderstandings, prejudice and anger will melt away in the brilliance of your inner sun. You are only beginning to sense just how strong you are. Play with this knowledge, allow yourself to make choices and to move into areas that have been hitherto unknown as you step courageously forward as scouts for the rest of humanity, engaging the energies of creation within your own beings. We send you our blessings and that of your Mother, Father God, and of the Creator. The entire universe watches you in awe as you carry yourselves forward into the unknown, heads held high, smiles and laughs, learning to dance again with the fairies and elementals, to embrace what has been hidden within for a very long time. You are human angels, you are our brothers and sisters, and joyfully, we salute you. Thank you, beloved angels. Channeled by Tezjima, Elizabeth Ayres Escher. BlueDragonJournal.com